There's another topic that I want to bring up, and that is about wearing these masks. The masks are absolutely ridiculous, and they're dangerous, and they're not needed, and they're not necessary. Now, what's happening here in Austin is now all of a sudden we have to wear masks, and it's coming down from the leftist mayor and council. We have a dangerous situation in Austin because of who's in control. However, it's ridiculous to put masks on your face because you're actually harming yourself more by doing that. And even the authorities are saying one thing and then they're saying another thing. I ran across some videos that I thought were rather interesting. They contradict themselves, and it's the same person who's speaking about it, and it's somebody who's in authority and somebody that people are listening to. So I'll catch you on the other side of this. Take a listen.
Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says Americans should be wearing masks when they're in public.
I do it when I'm in the public for the reasons that, A, I want to protect myself and protect others, and also because I want to make it be a symbol for people to. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
Dr. Fauci says while face masks aren't 100% effective, they're a valuable safeguard that also show respect for others.
Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. But it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this.
And often there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face. But some sort of mask-like facial covering, I think for the time being, should be a very regular part of how we prevent the spread of infection. People should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. You can see many people out there with masks on, which gives me some degree of comfort that people are taking this very seriously.
WHO only recommends the use of masks in specific cases.
And if you're not sick, you shouldn't be wearing a medical mask. But if you are, then you should.
People who are sick wear a mask. We recommend that people who are around someone who's COVID positive wear a mask, but do not recommend that the general public wears masks as a protective mechanism.
If you do not have these symptoms, you do not have to wear masks because there is no evidence that they protect people who are not sick.
But it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
Now that you saw that and you heard what the head of the CDC is saying about masks, he's contradicting himself. What are you going to believe? What are you going to do? I strongly suggest that you do your homework and do some research and then come up with a very good answer for what you're going to do about this, because this man is contradicting himself. He doesn't even know what he's saying. And to me, that sounds like it's propaganda, and then backing up and having to kind of cover his tracks because he found out that there were people that were actually doing their homework and researching it, as far as physicians and other people that are medical people. He actually thinks that the masses are so ignorant that they're going to just listen to him. And he also thinks that you're not going to catch it. So it's up to you. I want to ask you all a question. Why are some of you running around with masks on your face, even driving your car, riding your bike, running, doing all that stuff with a mask on? Is it because you were told to do that? Is it because you were told that this is how it's going to, save you from this invisible thing? No, it's because you're not paying attention. You're not looking at anything other than the mainstream. You're taking orders from people instead of thinking on your own. Please stop just taking orders from people. Please begin to think for yourself. Please don't be afraid of what's out there. Become empowered, because when you're fearful, you're not empowered. There's so much to all of this going on. There's so much propaganda. There's so much staging events to get you riled up and scared and all of this. If you're going to be riled up and scared, you're not going to be able to hear the direction that's going to bring in this great awakening. You will fall off the wayside. You will take the wrong path. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it happens. I found this meme, which is really funny, because it's a picture of a guy building a chain link fence. And he's building it away, and there's a girl on the other side with a mask on. And she says, and the guy building the fence doesn't have a mask on. So the girl says to him, I'm wearing a mask to keep safe from the virus. Why are you building a fence? And he says, I'm building a fence to keep out mosquitoes. So there we have it. That's how ridiculous the masks are. It's only harming you. So with that, I'm sorry if some of you feel a little bit offended by this, but if you do, I'm asking you to take that trigger, that mechanism of trigger, take a look at it, and see why you are triggered by that, because that is going to stop you from thinking rationally and reasonably. So with that, I say thank you so much for viewing once again. I appreciate all of you, and I will get back to showing you more things about working with energy, working with your hands, and also some other things you can do to keep your body, your back, and that in good shape. It's also very important for me to also bring forward what is happening in the world so that you can start to discern it and start to learn it. Because I'm not only a person that is alternative in health, but I'm also a person that is here to help guide you into what is real and what is not real. So with that, I say thank you very much. Have a great day, and see you next time. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I think there's a little bell up there that you can hit that you'll get a notification every time we post. So if you want to, you can hit that too. But thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it.